in the last video we had done till there. Okay, so 4.1, 4.2, and we are learning human development, chapter 11, standard Maharashtra board psychology. I will start, and now we will start with the 4.3, development, parallel concept, growth, maturation, and development. Okay, what is growth, what is maturation, and what is development? Okay, so growth, maturation, these are the T terms. And last time also I think so I had completed, but again, in order to understand the meaning of human development, we need to understand its parallel concept. Okay, if we need to understand the meaning of human development, so we need to understand its parallel concept. Okay, like growth, maturation, and development. So these three parallel concepts we need to understand if we need to know about the human beings. Okay, so growth means what? Growth, if you see, growth will be related to your physical growth, size, weight. This maturation means what? Maturation means mature. Okay, maturation is not related to your growth. Okay, how much mature you are. It is referred to natural unfolding of genetic potential at appropriate time in a course of development, and these characteristics so naturally, and they are not dependent on environment or training. Approximately 12 months infant. Okay, so maturation, even you had used this word many a times, like right now my age is this much, like right now your age is this, but you are not mature, because according to the time period you have to behave like an adolescence, but still you are behaving like a childhood, so which means you are not mature. And development results from an interaction between maturation and exposure to training and environmental factor. Development is what? Development refers to, okay, development is results from interaction between the maturation and exploration of environmental factor. Development is nothing but how you are, how a human being is developing according to the maturation and interaction between maturity and the environment where he is. Okay, so three terms are there. If you need to understand the human beings, so these three terms are very important. The first is the growth. Growth could be a physical. Okay, maturation, how much the person is mature. And development is the overall development, like the interaction between the, we can say, the mature and the environment where the person is living. Okay, so developmental psychology study the characteristics and patterns of developmental stages. So these developmental psychologists are there, they are studies the characteristics and patterns of developmental stages. Okay, so now there are developmental psychologists are there, they are studying the each and every stage of the human being. Okay, their pattern. Okay, let's start. Let's study the developmental stages, and which is studied by developmental psychologist. Okay, this chapter is very interesting if you will keep in mind the human, because we are studying about how the humans are developed at every stage. Like right now you are at one stage, even I am at one stage, your father is at different stage, your, and in your area, in your home, the children is at different stage, and we are studying that. Now, developmental stages, the first is nothing but the prenatal stages. Okay, first is what? Prenatal stages. Okay, a period between conception till birth is called prenatal period. Okay, period between conception till birth. So this is the prenatal period is from conception. Conception means like from your uh, inside the mother womb. So from that period till birth, this is the prenatal stage. Okay, So this period time is around completely the duration 238 days till 290s. We can say that around 300 days. So these are the time period from conception till your birth. During this period, major development changes take place that too in a very rapid manner, and this development goes through three stages. So here we are going to study about the very interesting stages, which means conception till birth. Conception, which means when you are in your mother stomach, and from that time till your uh, like when you actually started, when the sperm and ovum had interacted, from that time till your birth, and this time period is 238 to 290. We can say that approximately 300 days. Okay, and this stage is divided into three: germinal stage, embryonic stage, and fetal stage. Okay, the first one is the germinal stage. This stage ranges from conception to 2 weeks. Okay, this stage is all about the 2 weeks. Okay, germinal stage. Within few hours after the conception, the single fertilized cell called zygote. Conception, you need to keep in mind, conception is nothing but when the sperm already enters that ovum, that is called conception. And after the 2 hours, of that, there is a single fertilized cell called a zygote starts a journey down the fallopian tube to the uterus, where it will begin the process of cell duplication. So this stage, germinal stage, is all about, they are talking about the inside of the female. They are saying that first, when the conception start, so there is a one cell. Okay, zygote. So zygote starts the journey. Zygote moves from there and it goes down to the fallopian tube. Okay, and then the process starts, and he is duplicating, the cells are increasing over there. And by the end of this period of which means 2 weeks, end of this 2 week, the zygote get attached to the wall of uterus. So it went to the uterus everyone, right? Females. Okay, so zygote attached to the uterus. Okay, attached to the wall of uterus. Clear? So germinal stage, you need to keep in mind only one thing. It is all about the 2 weeks. Okay, germinal stage is all about how many weeks? 2 weeks. Okay, and from conception to 2 weeks, and when the conception start, there is a cell zygote. Zygote goes into the fallopian tube, and it makes a duplication, and it attaches the wall of uterus. Okay, there, and making a cell. Clear? So this is the first stage. And why the cell is duplicated? Because the baby will come. Okay, second stage is nothing but your embryonic stage. Okay, embryonic stage. At this point, the mass of cell is known as an embryo. Okay, at this point, the mass of cell is known as embryo. Okay, at this point, the mass of cell is known as an embryo. Okay, so at this point, germinal stage is over, and the next stage starts from after 2 weeks. So at this point, the mass of the cells, so cells are too much, and this mass of the cells is look embryo. There are too many cells are there, embryo. And this period starts from the third week after the conception, as I said, because 2 weeks are there in germinal stage. So after the third week, and it continues to the ninth week, which means 6 weeks are there. Okay, and it is a time when the mass of cell becomes distinct as a human, and the embryonic stage plays an important role in the development of the brain. Almost all the internal as well as external organs development end of this period. This stage is very important. Like the first stage, germinal stage, the cells are getting into that place, and in embryo stage, like there are so many cells are formed. Okay, and these cells, and this stage, it starts from third week till ninth week, and this time period, this duration, these cells are actually transform into the human. Okay, all the internal and external structure of the human body are formed end of this week. Okay, end of this week. Now the fetal stage. Okay, now the fetal stage. So this period is marked, obviously it starts from after the 9th 10th week. Period is marked by more important changes in the brain. So this is important stage where the brain, because all the internal structure and the outer external structure are developed in the embryonic stage, here the little bit changes are happens, and this period of development begins during the 9th week and lasts until the birth. This is the last stage from 9th week till your birth. The body parts and structure established in the embryonic stage and continues to developing during this stage. Okay, so this stage is all about here the baby is actually, there are lots of changes are happening and it is continuing, but it becomes more clear and unclearer. Okay, the characteristics of this prenatal stages. Okay, what are the characteristics are as follows. You can see the number one characteristics is hereditary serves as the foundation for lateral development. Here the heritages are serves. Okay, then favorable condition in the mother wombs can be foster development of hereditary and potential, while unfavorable condition can block their development. It may distort the pattern of future development. So the second characteristics, it totally depends upon the mother, how the mother is taking care. Okay, it could be the favorable condition, it could be the unfavorable condition. Sex determination take place during first 3 months of life. Okay, so the determination of the sex, okay, what will be the baby, male or female or whatever, this will actually come first 3 months of the life after the conception. Okay, first 3 months. After the 3 months, you can say that okay, it's a boy or it's a girl. Proportionally faster growth and development take place during the prenatal period. So the faster growth and development take place during this period as compared to an individual entire life. If proper care of the mother is not taken, if proper care of the mother is not taken, it may lead to physical and psychological hazard to the unborn child. Okay, if again that if we didn't take care of the mother, then it will affect the child. Clear? So in short, prenatal stage is divided into three. Okay, the first is the germinal stage where the zygote plays a dominant role, then embryonic stage where the lots of cell comes together and form, and the last one is the fetal stage. Okay, the furnished, which means that not furnished, the changes are happening and it continues to grow. Now the postnatal stages. Okay, which stage? Postnatal stage. So this stage starts from birth, because prenatal we have understood till birth, and now this stage will take us to the from birth. Okay, from birth. So neonatal stages from birth to 2 weeks period is called neonatal stages. So this stage is all about the neonatal stages from birth to 2 weeks. Okay, like at the day of your birth and after the day of the birth, the 2 weeks, the next 2 weeks, it is the neonatal stage. During this period, newborn starts adjusting with the external environment. Here you are like when you were born, at that time you were start adjusting in the environment. Okay, so the baby will adjust himself to the environment, external environment. For example, the temperature, outside temperature. The neonate, which means the baby, sleeps for around 18 to 20 hours, which means 24 hours a day. So only 4 hours or minimum 3 hours he will wake, but again except that all the rest of the hours he or she will sleep. Okay, so the characteristics of this stage are nothing but the neonatal stage is the shortest of all development periods. So this stage is the one of the shortest of all the development stages. This stage is the time of radical adjustment where the baby is adjusting himself, and neonatal stage can be hazardous period both physically and psychologically. Physically, because the baby has to make adjustment to the new and different environment. Psychology, because it is a time when attitudes of significant people towards the neonate will have an effect of development. So prenatal, what we have learned, we have studied about inside the mother till birth, and from here, from birth to old life, that is called postnatal. So the first is neonatal. This neonatal stage is all about the 2 weeks from the birth, and this is the very shortest. Here the baby is sleeping 18 to 20 hours. Okay, and this stage is very important because the physically and psychologically, physically how the environment adjustment and how the people are behaving with that baby. Okay, then infancy, then after that early childhood, then old age. You will learn. Okay, I'm stopping here now. Thanks for listening.